Hello everybody and welcome to Forever Motorsports. We have just finished the US Grand Prix and this is the review of that match. Max Verstappen managed to make up positions from 6th place to 1st to take his 50th career win, with Hamilton finishing in 2nd with a late break to try and take Verstappen, but he left it too late. Norris finishing in 3rd.
Yes, just sitting here on the pit straight, Lewis Hamilton got black and white flags on that lap as well for track limits. Really just trying to close down that gap to Max Verstappen in the last few couple of sectors. But really quite exciting there. A lot of different strategies playing out into the end stages of the race. We had Charles Leclerc attempting a one-stop there. Didn't necessarily work. He finishes down in P6 after starting the race in P1 on pole. Max Verstappen, though, he started in P6 and he takes the race win. The first driver around the Circuit of the Americas to take a race win out of the top two. No one has ever done that before.
No, not at all. And we did have a driver of the day poll running, and let's just go and end that. So our driver of the day goes to Max Verstappen after starting in 6th and finishing in 1st place with 39% of the vote. Hamilton with 34% of the vote. Stroll with 13% of the vote. Just to let you know what Stroll managed to do today. Started all the way down in 19th, finished up in, he made up 11 positions. Actually, he started in 20th because of the pit stop. So he actually started all the way at the back of the grid, made it up into 9th position, made up 11 positions. Brilliant from Lance Stroll there.
Yes.
So let's just go through our top 10 there, Reese.
Yes, so of course Max Verstappen taking that 50th win for his Formula 1 career. He finishes, of course, in that number 1 spot. Then second place is Lewis Hamilton. A great day for himself here today. Lando Norris, he led the majority of the race for quite a long time, but unfortunately he got reeled in by Max Verstappen and then, of course, as well, got overtaken by Lewis Hamilton to make his day that little bit more worse, of course, on his 100th Grand Prix start here today. Then we had Carlos Sainz having a great day out there. He started, I think, down in I can't remember where he did start, but he made himself up into P4 at the end of the race. Sergio Perez making up a couple of positions, getting himself into P5. Not necessarily too bad for him today, but a bit of I think a recovery drive, really, for himself there. Charles Leclerc, as we said, finishing up in P6, down from P1, but I think that's the best he could have hoped for, going on to that one-stop strategy here today. Then Russell in 7th. He didn't necessarily have the pace of his teammate Lewis Hamilton today. Then Pierre Gasly in P8, he had a great day for the Alpines. Lance Stroll, as you said already, having a phenomenal day, making himself up into P9, starting in P19. Then Yuki Tsunoda finishing up in P10, taking the fastest lap at the end of the race.
Yes, did manage to take that fastest lap, which means he does get that point as well because he did finish in the top 10. So very well done there. He had a pit stop right at the end there. Look, he's the only one to have had 4 pit stops today onto soft tyres right at the end to take that fastest lap of the day from Ricciardo, his teammate. So going through our bottom 10 then, Albon 11th, Sargent in 12th, very close to the points with both those Williams drivers, Hulkenberg in 13th, Bottas in 14th, Guan Yu Zhou 15th, Magnussen 16th, Ricciardo in 17th, and then we had our 3 racers that could not finish the race today. Alonso had a floor issue, had to retire the car, and Piastri and Ocon in 19th and 20th after they collided in lap 1 slightly with a bit of damage. Ocon had to retire the car after I think it was about 4 laps, and then Piastri had to retire after about 12 laps as well as a result of the same collision. So both of them taking a bit of damage, they had to retire their cars. But that goes through our bottom 10 and makes up the full race that we just had there. Reece, any thoughts about that race that you thought were interesting, or otherwise some comments?
Well, I thought it was certainly quite exciting with the strategic calls that we had going through the race. Of course, we had drivers taking a different set of strategies for a 2-stop. We had drivers doing different strategies for a 1-stop. We had the Ferrari of Charles Leclerc going from a medium to a hard, then throughout the rest of the race. Then we had Max Verstappen doing medium, hard. We had the McLaren of Lando Norris doing medium, hard. We also had Lewis Hamilton doing medium, hard, medium. So a bunch of differing strategies out here today. It was really exciting. We've got all the sniffer dogs coming through the circuit at the moment. Maybe just doing some drug tests for all of the drivers. I don't know what for. But yeah, been an interesting day today.
Yeah, indeed. Yuki Tsunoda getting into 10th position. Not a bad day for him and AlphaTauri. Also, unfortunately, Ricciardo, his teammate, got really dealt a bad hand with the strategy. He was the only other driver with Leclerc on the one-stop strategy. It didn't work out for either of them.
Alonso as well was on a one-stop, but he did eventually come into the pits.
Alonso did come into the pits. Well, he actually had 3 pit stops as a result. He was on a 2 pit stop strategy, but then it didn't work out for him as a result of that floor damage. So we do see an end to the US Grand Prix here. We've got one more Grand Prix in the USA to come. That is Las Vegas, of course. Motorsports. But before then, we've got Mexico and Brazil. Mexico next week, Brazil the following. We've got a triple header, of course, so we're going to continue on next week. So be sure to catch us here on the channel. Like and subscribe. And, of course, we'll see you in the next one. Reese, any final comments?
Well, yes. Just going on to the back of your like and subscribe comment, we are super close to getting to 2,000 subscribers on this channel, so do be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you are notified every time that we do go live on this channel, especially during the week when we do give you guys all of our daily live news shows where I go live and inform you on the latest Formula 1 news, as well as all the latest news in the world of motorsport. But thank you very much for joining us here today. I've been Reese, here on Forever Motorsports, joined by Mark alongside with me. Thank you very much for joining us here today. Cheers, though.